Hello, everyone. This is Sean from Barry Digital Media. I hope you are doing well. Today, I'm going to be taking a look at entry level jobs for digital marketers. But before I did that, or before I do that, I wanted to just take a look at this Reddit post, which says, "It's never been harder to be in digital marketing." And that is true, but it's always been difficult. It's a very popular field to be in. There's a lot of creative people out there. There's a lot of people who are great at self promotion, who are constantly self promoting themselves. But then at the same time, the industry is changing rapidly too, and there are some big players out there. So it's tough. And now, especially with AI on the table, that change is shifting. It's shifting. So you still need to be on your feet. So let's take a look at this post. So the first complaint is AI has created issues everywhere. Everything is just a GPT prompt. Anyway, so otherwise, technical conversations are now just generalized in prompt responses. So, yes, this is true. I think for the most case, it raises the floor for especially the entry level players inside of the group. But then your clients can also put in GPT prompts into the chatbot and get a pretty good answer back. So while that's true, the thing that I would use to differentiate myself versus, or not differentiate ourselves, but provide value is that we are saving the client time by providing our services. Yes, they can go in and do their own meta ads. Yes, they can go in and do their own email ads, but we are going to go in there and then do it for them while they can do something else while also doing it professionally. The doers versus talkers. I think what this means is there's a lot of people who are saying that they can do something just because they go on ChatGPT and ask for how they can do it. But this is something that, and so how you differentiate between the doers and the talkers is essentially the people that just research on AI. They're going to just have the surface level detail, but the doers, they're gonna know the platforms, they're gonna know the strategy in depth, and then so it's going to be able to, or the people that really know what they're talking about are going to be able to go into specific topics and really get into it. And then not only will they be able to instantly respond to you with a educated response and push back on you if you have like an idea that isn't a good idea or might have some challenges, but they're going to be able to go deep into your account and find some deep strategies or find some deep problems before that you wouldn't necessarily know to look at. So the experience is really something that's going to differentiate between somebody who knows what they're talking about and somebody who doesn't. Sales is impossibly difficult. So yes, I think that's very true. Sales is always difficult. You're most of the times when you're into a sales situation, even if the customer is looking for your services, the sales process usually puts them in a defensive posture. And so even though they want to be there, they want to be sold to, they want to be helped, by offering them things, the people instantly go into the you're after my wallet, you're after my money. Prove that I should open up my wallet to them. So that's a big challenge. But this is a thing that, again, the industry is changing. There's more competitors out there. But you know what? I think on the flip side to that, not everybody has entered into the digital marketing space. So perhaps everybody is So perhaps everybody is still going after the same targets, but not looking at the full picture. I was talking with a couple of people a couple days ago who has a large event that they run, and I was surprised to find out that even they had not tipped too much into the digital media space, and they were just beginning to. So that was something that was surprising. And so the opportunities are out there. And considering that most regions, North America, are growing, those opportunities are still going to show themselves. You just need to be persistent. Other things is that there's a lot of talk about the tariffs going on. So some people may be a little bit more afraid to go in and spend money. And so you need to prove that your skills are good and can solve their problem. Every problem is marketing. This happens to be my favorite issue of all the issues. And so, yeah, I mean, in a sense, it's true that every problem is marketing. Assuming you have a perfect product and customers out there willing to buy, then yes, getting the word out there is one of the challenges. And I think that's always been true because marketing there is essentially a leader industry. They are the ones who are going out there and trying to find those new areas to promote, or even going inwards and going back to customers and trying to find out if there's new problems to solve, to find out if maybe there's another area of their business that they can that they could solve. So yeah, you're a leader. When you are in marketing, when you are going out there and promoting your product or service, you are leading. So you are always going to have, you're always going to be looked at as the one where if things aren't working, then the Eye of Sauron is on you, and you need to figure out a solution that does work. Final item I see making life as a digital marketer difficult is the general lack of professional respect for the craftsmanship and skills. So yes, because there's so much competition out there, I think that's what makes this difficult. Because it is so easy to switch agencies. The agency that you switch to might not have the high level of skills that your current agency has, but you probably won't know that instantly unless you're looking at the paid ads. But I mean, everything else, usually you don't quite see it instantly. And especially with AI now, that definitely makes their reputation harder as well. So, what should I say about this? Um, oh, that's my oven about to go. So, you know what? I think I am going to wrap this up here, and I'll focus on the entry level positions momentarily. Thank you. Bye.